Hey fellow plant eaters, my name is Marina. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I talk about all things veganism and plant-based, so if you're interested, keep watching. I'm also here to give you your daily reminder to hydrate. Anyway, to many people, the idea of veganism might seem a little bit daunting because of eating out. Lots of people know that they can buy their own groceries and cook their own foods and eat completely plant-based at home, but relying on a restaurant's menu might seem a little bit scary or impossible at times. However, that's why I am here to bring to you 40 major chain restaurants that serve vegan options on the menu.
Maybe with a modification or two.
Now, this doesn't include the hundreds of restaurants where you can veganize items yourself. That's an entirely different video, and if you want to see that, I'd be happy to make it for you. Now, I just want to start off by saying this does not include all the typical vegan sides you might find at a restaurant. I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. For example, lots of restaurants have chips with guacamole, chips or pitas with hummus, sides of vegetables, sides of fries, side salads with olive oil and vinegar, stuff like that. I'm going to start with a list of typical burger chains that have vegan burgers. Here we go. White Castle offers an Impossible slider. Unfortunately, you're going to have to order the Impossible slider without cheese because they do not have vegan cheese at this time. Burger King has the Impossible Whopper. Now, you do have to make sure to order this without mayonnaise because the mayonnaise is not vegan. The Hard Rock Cafe has an Impossible Burger. Red Robin has an Impossible Burger. Fridays has a Beyond Burger. Fat Burger has an Impossible Burger. Denny's offers the Beyond Burger, and Sheetz offers the Beyond Burger. Dunkin' Donuts offers the Beyond Breakfast Sandwich. However, you need to order this without the egg and cheese, so lots of people's recommendations have been to just order a biscuit and then order a Beyond patty on the side, and then you can make your own sandwich for much cheaper because why would you want to be charged for egg and cheese when you're not buying it? Again, just double check on all these menus that there is no mayo or cheese, any kind of dairy product automatically on the burger, but other than that, the burgers themselves are vegan, which is really exciting. Now let's talk Italiana. Olive Garden, baby. Olive Garden. This may be one of the greatest gifts of all time, but Olive Garden breadsticks are in fact vegan. Yes, they're coated in olive oil, not butter, so
eat to your heart's content.
That endless basket of breadsticks. Their minestrone soup is also vegan. Their salads, again, obviously are vegan, but their dressing isn't, so you would have to order them with oil and vinegar. And then most of their pastas are vegan as well, just with the marinara sauce. And then you can add in some veggies to make it pasta primavera. You know the deal. Buco di Beppa has some vegan options. Now, this is a not on the menu option, unfortunately, but you can order it. It's called the penne puttanesca. Now, they should know what you're talking about when you order this, but just in case they don't, it should be penne pasta with tomatoes, peppers, onions, olives, and capers tossed in a marinara sauce. Or you can just create your own pasta and add in all those fixins anyway. You can do this with marinara sauce or olive oil and garlic. So this is not an Italian restaurant, but it's a noodle place, so I'll include it in this category. We have Noodles and Company. Now, they have a lot of vegan options that you can choose from. You can do their penne rosa with no cheese. Make sure to do no cheese. It's like a spicy marinara sauce with some vegetables. You can do the Japanese pan noodles as is. You can do the spicy peanut sauté as is. Or you can do the spicy Korean beef noodles. Obviously, substitute the beef with tofu, but then it makes it vegan. You can add tofu to any of your dishes, and they also have zoodles if you're trying to cut those carbs. Alrighty, so let's move on to your classic American restaurant. Now, this usually tends to be the enemy of a lot of vegans because the American standard diet is trash.
I'm trash.
really bad. But slowly places are starting to catch up, and these are the places that I have chosen to include. So we have Cheesecake Factory, basically an American staple. In other words, Applebee's in Lacefront. So on the menu, Cheesecake Factory has their vegan Cobb salad, which is a huge loaded salad with tons of veggies and a house-made vegan dressing. They do also offer the Impossible Burger, and they have a house-made veggie burger. Now, last time I went to Cheesecake Factory, which granted was a few years ago, they told me that their personal house-made veggie burger had eggs in it, so I would recommend asking your server what the current recipe is at the time, but it's always worth a shot if you want something a little less processed than the Impossible Burger. Now, with a name like Bear Burger, you probably wouldn't assume that this restaurant would have too many vegan options, but they are loaded with vegan options. Bear Burger has an entire massive vegan menu, which is huge, you guys. It is so exciting. So their vegan menu includes both the Impossible and Beyond burgers and a ton of house-made veggie burgers made from quinoa, black beans, sweet potatoes, you name it. They also have Beyond Meat bratwursts, sausages, they have tempeh bacon, they have a plethora of salads, and they also have coconut ice cream and vegan cakes and desserts.
Bear Burger! Okay, sis. We hear you. We have to stand. We have to stand Bear Burger.
Yard House is definitely one of my favorite places to go, particularly with non-vegans, and they have an entire Gardein menu. Now, not everything on this Gardein menu is vegan because they do add dairy in some of their products, but they have things like stir fries, chicken sandwiches, pastas with meat sauces, fancy salads, all using Gardein meat products. Einstein Bagels has a ton of vegan bagel options. Yes, it's true, the majority of most bagels just in general are vegan. You always have to double check, but they have a ton of your classic options like plain, everything, sesame seed, chocolate chip, blueberry, cinnamon raisin, pretzel. This is a regional thing, but lots of regional chains do have Daya, the question of our time. Cream cheese, which is pretty cool. If your chain does not have the vegan cream cheese, you can have peanut butter, you can have avocado spread, you can have jam, whatever floats your boat, or you can just rock it plain. Panera. Now, Panera is the hospital food of chain restaurants. Panera's 10 vegetable soup is naturally vegan, and you can get it in a bread bowl. You can order their Mediterranean veggie sandwich, but you have to substitute the bread and take off the feta cheese. They have a couple of salads that you can modify without the cheese and meat, obviously, to make vegan. And then they also have a vegan lentil quinoa broth bowl. It's not too filling, but hey, it's an option, right? Now we have California Pizza Kitchen. All of their pizza crusts are vegan with the exception of their cauliflower crust. I'm assuming it has egg in it as a binder. You can order their pizzas with their regular marinara sauce or their black bean sauce. Their smashed pea and barley soup is vegan, and they also have these things called power bowls. Now their Shanghai power bowl is vegan if you omit the shrimp. So that's a lot of veggies like rice, cauliflower, broccoli, zucchini, carrots, and radish with their homemade sauce, which is vegan. And they also have lettuce wraps. The Melting Pot. Now this one is pretty exciting to me because they have an entire vegan 4-course menu. That's really dope. They have vegan chocolate fondue and vegan cheese fondue.
Hello?
The Rainforest Cafe. Does it get more quintessential American than this? Maybe, maybe not. They're not too vegan friendly, but you can order their anaconda pasta without cheese. It's just gonna be your typical pasta dish with some veggies thrown in there. I'm not sure how popular this chain is around America, but in Florida, it is really popular. Now, they have a black bean burger that is vegan, and it's pretty good. I believe it is Gardein. Sweet tomatoes. If you're in for a good buffet, kind of build your own meal kind of thing, you can create a salad larger than life and then do it 5 times in a row if you want. Most of their dressings are vegan, like their vinaigrettes, their balsamic, their French, their Greek, and obviously olive olive oil and vinegar. Baked potatoes are vegan, and their multi-grain bread and sourdough breads are vegan, and then also their soups are seasonal, so I do believe that they have their ingredients listed on the soups, always double check. But the Santa Fe black bean chili is vegan. Subway is definitely one of those restaurants that I lean on when I'm traveling or during road trips because a sandwich has always got your back as a vegan. Now, the majority of their breads are vegan, like they're Italian, they're whole grain, and they're wraps. Now, some Subway locations do have Beyond Meatballs, which is pretty dope. If not, you can just load up that veggie sandwich and you can add some olive oil and vinegar for some flavor. You really can't go wrong with a salad on bread, you know? Now, First Watch is a breakfast and brunch chain. I know it's popular in Florida. They offer avocado toast, which is vegan. They have oatmeal, which is vegan. They have an AM Superfoods breakfast bowl, which is basically coconut chia seed pudding with some added toppings. And then they also have a veggie burger, which is vegan without the bun. Another thing you can do at breakfast restaurants in general is sometimes I order a skillet. Now, skillets are typically with potatoes and eggs and cheese, but I omit the eggs and cheese and I substitute that for quinoa, and then I add whatever vegetables I want. They're usually really bomb, and the servers are kind of like, yo, that's not a bad idea. Are you in the mood for some pizza? Let's veganize it. Blaze Pizza is one of my favorite places to go because it's build your own. You get your own pizza and you don't have to bother anyone else with your orders. So Blaze's vegan pizza crusts are their traditional, their high-rise, and their gluten-free crusts. You can get their traditional sauce, their spicy sauce, or their buffalo sauce, and their barbecue drizzle and balsamic glaze are all vegan as well. Now, Blaze offers vegan cheese, and at some locations they have vegan meatless crumbles. And then, of course, load that pizza up with as many veggies as your heart desires. Pieology Pizza is very similar. Their gluten-free crust is their vegan one. They also have dairy-free cheese and meatless crumbles as well. Uno Pizzeria is one of those places where if you want to go to a sit-down restaurant but also have some pizza, this is your go-to. Now, they just released their vegan menu and it is so dope, you guys. Their pizza is honestly delicious. Now, they have their vegan menu, like I said. You can get their garden pizza, their vegan cheese pizza, and then they also have Zoodles Primavera, and they have a Beyond Burger as well if you're just not in the mood for a pizza. Domino's Pizza
Can be your go-to takeout order, honey.
Their thin crust is their vegan crust, and you can get their regular tomato sauce or their barbecue sauce. Unfortunately, they don't have vegan cheese yet. I think it is in the works, so you'll have to order that pizza without cheese, load up as many veggies as you want.
Bada bing, bada boom, got us out.
Again, also, if you're not in the mood for a pizza, you can order their Mediterranean sandwich just with no cheese. And throw in some garlic sauce because their garlic sauce is vegan. We are going to move on to one of my favorite delicacies, Asian food. Now, P.F. Chang's has a lot of vegan options that you can order. You can get the Thai curry, the coconut curry vegetables, the Mapo tofu, Buddha's Feast, stir-fried eggplants, and then they have vegetarian lettuce wraps, which are actually vegan. And then you can even substitute any meat dish with tofu. So you got a lot of options to choose from here. Pei Wei is one of my favorite go-to fast casual restaurants, I guess you could call it. They never let me down, they never fail me. It's so fresh and their food is always delicious. So you can build your own bowl here. You have the option between rice, I think quinoa, noodles, lettuce wraps. You can order the honey seared recipe, which is actually not sweetened by honey.
Their mind.
Their sweet and sour recipe or their Thai dynamite recipe, and then you will just do that with vegetables and tofu. At Kona Grill, they have a ton of vegetable sushi options like cucumber and avocado. You know, the veggie sushi works. Needless to say, edamame. And this goes with all the Asian restaurants as well. Alrighty guys, we have the moment that you have been waiting for. Mexican food. Chipotle. Chipotle. Is Chipotle your life? Chipotle is really the front runner of vegan options for vegans and vegetarians. They have been offering sofritas for a long time, which is essentially Mexican spiced tofu. It is delicious. And you can add that to any of their tacos, burritos, burrito bowls, etc. Qdoba has recently included Impossible Meat and Impossible Crumbles into their menu, which is awesome. You can add that to any of their menu items, or you can just do your classic veggie burrito bowls, your veggie tacos, whatever you please. Del Taco has also included Beyond Beef crumbles. Much like our other restaurants, you can add that to whatever menu item you desire. Taco Bell, it's important to note that their refried beans are vegan, which is a big deal because lots of places it includes pork or some kind of meat in it. Black beans are vegan, and you can substitute your cheese and sour cream with guacamole and salsa. Taco Bell has a history of getting orders incorrectly, so just make sure you open your food and look at it before you eat it. This goes along with a lot of fast food restaurants. You know, they have so many orders and they're not paying attention and they don't really care, but you care. So just make sure to double check that food before it goes in your mouth. On the Border Mexican restaurant, you can also get Beyond Meat. They have Beyond Tacos, you'll just order them without the cheese, and you can get portobello and vegetable fajitas without the dairy as well. You can get their veggie burrito with no cheese, and some seasonal items include sweet potato and corn flautas. Did I say that right? I'm so sorry. And spicy avocado enchiladas. And finally, we have our little miscellaneous category, Aunt Anne's pretzels. You know, that heavenly smell that smells like
A smelly smell that smells smelly.
it's just an otherworldly smell that kind of brings me back to being a 6th grader in a huge shopping mall. Their recipe for their pretzels is vegan. What makes them not vegan is the fact that they coat them in butter after they're cooked. So if you want to be that guy, you can ask them to make a pretzel fresh for you and not put the butter on it. It is something I have done before. They might give you a dirty look, but they will do it. Jamba Juice obviously makes smoothies. Goes without saying, most smoothies are vegan. You just always want to double check that they're being made with juice or water and plant-based milk. Most of Jamba Juice's smoothies are. If you want a smoothie with protein added in it, get the soy protein and not the whey protein, because whey comes from cows. And Jamba Juice also has an apple cinnamon pretzel that is completely vegan. Starbucks. You know, I'm not gonna go into everything Starbucks has to offer drink-wise, but if we're talking food-wise, they still have a lot of work to go. Every single location is different in regards to the snacks that they have, but they definitely have a ton of vegan grab-and-go snacks, and they offer a lentil and vegetable protein bowl, which I have seen in multiple locations across the country. So that's something I guess you can rely on. And you know, I couldn't end this video without talking about dessert. So we're gonna talk about Baskin-Robbins. Baskin-Robbins offers 3 different completely vegan ice cream flavors. They have a chocolate extreme flavor, a chocolate chip cookie dough flavor, and a coffee caramel chunk. Now, their waffle cones unfortunately are not vegan, but maybe someday, right? Alright guys, so there you go. That was 40 different chain restaurants where you can order vegan at. I want to reiterate, the majority of the time, servers are more than happy to help you out and to accommodate you. It is more than possible to enjoy a meal not at your home that is fully vegan and can be enjoyed with your non-vegan friends and family. So if this video was helpful to you, or if you think it will be helpful to your friends, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share that video, and hit that subscribe button. If you want to see more videos on how to veganize things or how to eat vegan in a realistic way, make sure to leave me a comment down below. I love hearing from you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later.